Hello, friends. Welcome back to Reading Through the Bible. Today we are talking for just a minute about the Song of Songs or the Song of Solomon. It's called by both names. We are, as I'm at least reading through the Bible on this plan, I'm actually now past this into the book of Isaiah, which is fantastic. But I wanted to take a second to talk about the Song of Songs because I don't want to neglect any particular book of the Bible. This is one of those interesting ones, like Esther, that does not have a lot to say about God specifically. And that's always interesting. The Song of Songs has had a rich history of interpretation throughout a lot of early Christian history. It was taken to be allegorical, which is kind of a way of saying not actually kind of what's on the page, but being rather than what it seems to be about God's love or Christ's love for the church. God does love the church. Christ does love the church. I'm not convinced that the Song of Songs is about that. It seems to me, and I think many others, to be a celebration of romantic, even sexual love between a man and a woman. And I think that that's what the Song of Songs is at its base really all about, which is really interesting to think about. The idea that, again, I think that the Bible and the Christian life is about all of this life and all that's entailed there with it. I want to make a book recommendation of a book that I think that it would be helpful for you to have on your shelf. And it's called How to Read the Bible Book by Book. It looks like this. Gordon Fee and Doug Stewart are the authors of this book. And this will take you through every book of the whole Bible and just give you some basic information that may help you to understand what's going on and to read those books of the Bible well. I think it's actually getting reprinted now as two separate editions, one of the Old Testament and one of the New. But this is a book that I recommend that you have on your shelf, and it will give you some information about the book. And so it goes sort of like this. Let me just read a couple of the bullet points of that for this particular book. Content: a love poem of several episodes celebrating the sexual love between a woman and a man. Date of composition unknown. Guesses cover a broad range. Emphases: the proper love of a woman and a man for one another, the unquenchable nature of pure love, and delight in and longing for each other that pure love engenders. And then it's got more, about 2 pages per book of the Bible, or so, 2 or 3 information of this that kind of alerts us to some of the questions and possibilities for interpreting a particular book of the Bible. So let me, in case you're watching this and you have not been reading through the Bible with me, if you've been doing that, you've already read the Song of Songs. That's associated with Solomon right from the beginning, Solomon's Song of Songs. But I think probably it's best not for us to sort of think about this specifically with historical imagination, thinking of a particular person and another particular person, but really as this book sits in Scripture, as an invitation for us to think about that kind of love. Now, if you're single, for whatever reason, this book may not be as of much interest to you. And maybe that's why a lot of the celibate monks throughout history have wanted this to be something else. Now, can we extrapolate some things about the kind of love God has for us? Perhaps. But again, I'm not convinced that that's the main intention here of this book. So I'm going to keep this short, definitely under 10 minutes. Let me just read a couple selection. By the way, I'm not sure what translation that you're using, but some editions of the Bible will add in, the editors will add in indicators of whose voice is speaking here in the Song of Songs, because there's a woman's voice, there's a man's voice, and then there's kind of chorus or a collection of the woman's friends who also have a speaking voice. So the editors in some translations put in she, friends, he, to sort of give you an orienting data, but that's not inspired. So, take that for what it's worth. And most of it you can kind of get an indication of by the telling of the text. So Song of Songs comes right out of the gate. Verse 2 with this: let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth, for your love is more delightful than wine. Look at verse 4. Take me away with you. Let us hurry. Let the king bring me into his chambers. Right. So there's physical romantic desire is what this book is really all about, which is kind of either cool or troubling, depending on your perspective on it. But a lot of this is about the longing and desire for this couple to be together. A celebration of the beauty in each other's eyes, and again, the desire and pleasure that they find together. In chapter 4 is the man's voice, and a lot of people have kind of laughed a little bit at the ancient descriptions of woman's beauty and how that may not quite fly today. It's interesting how different times and places have their own kind of conceptions of what of those kind of things. Let me just read a few verses here from chapter 4. How beautiful you are, my darling. Oh, how beautiful. Your eyes behind your veil are doves. Your hair is like a flock of goats descending from the hills of Gilead. Your teeth are like a flock of sheep just shorn, coming up from their washing. Each has their twin. Not one of them is alone, so she's not missing any teeth. That's a good thing. Your lips are like scarlet ribbon. Your mouth is lovely. Your temples behind your veil are like halves of a pomegranate. Your neck is like the Tower of David, built with courses of stone. On it hang 1,000 shields. Your breasts are like two fawns, the twin fawns of a gazelle that browse among the lilies. You are altogether beautiful, my darling. There is no flaw in you. So, yeah, right. Interesting stuff. Yeah, and a lot of it's beautiful poetry, and a lot of poetic imagery that's happening here. And so again, there's this the man and the woman kind of celebrating each other, their desire and affection, longing for each other, and the beauty of being together. And then there's these friends who kind of jump in to sort of join in not the physical celebration, okay, man and the woman, but to sort of celebrate their love, to sort of rejoice with them. We can picture like a wedding day, right? And just the whole crowd that's gathered there to celebrate the love between these two people. And so these friends, this kind of chorus, jumps in to just sort of say, yes, this is great. This is right. This is good stuff. So you'll see those things happening there throughout. So, okay, I said I'll keep it short. What are your thoughts about the Song of Songs? The Song of Songs that is Solomon's. You find it interesting, confusing, troubling, helpful? Do you have a favorite thing in there? That might be dangerous to ask on this one. I do, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. So, okay. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you soon for some discussion about Isaiah. Great book of the Bible there. Okay. Catch you later.